All right. Well, good morning. Thank you, Tanya, for being willing to speak with us today about your experiences with Safe Black Space. I want to invite you as we begin to just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do in community. And then if you can speak to what Safe Black Space means or has meant to you.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a poet, I'm a staff minister at the Center for Spiritual Awareness in West Sacramento. And I am a social justice farmer. I'm liberating people and communities by growing food and teaching people how to grow food. Retired civil servant after 30 years in state government, and currently the project director for the African American Suicide Prevention Project. And that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Tanya. And can you talk about what Safe Black Space means to you?
Well, I smile when I think about Safe Black Space because the word that comes to me is sanctuary. Safe Black Space has represented that for me, a place of healing and connection within the Black community. It is a place to connect with others who look like me, a safe zone when the world doesn't feel safe for me. And that's what I have learned personally. It's more than a physical space. It's a cultural and emotional haven where Black folks can be their authentic selves. And the best part is that we can be our authentic selves without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. And that's probably the key piece for me. It's a place where people get me, where we share experiences and history. And through this process, we foster collective healing and growth. And a big thing for me is that it is a supportive environment where the cultural nuances are understood without explanation, and that I don't have to spend the energy expending my time in explaining who I am and my history. And because of that, I feel heard and I feel validated. And it's also a place where I think the narrative around healing in the Black community is changing because they're providing tools for emotional and mental well-being. Well, I can tell you the greatest impact has been my participation in the number of numerous healing circles that I have participated in as receiving the information. It's a safe place for me to connect with others, and it provides me with a safe zone when I'm searching for that connection. And when I get into the group, it's just like I exhale, because it's like, this is my affinity group. And the environment is always supportive, which allows me to feel safe. And because I feel safe, I can open up and look at some of my core issues, and that's where the healing takes place. So often, I'm not looking at those issues because I'm in survival mode. But when I get into the Safe Black Space container, it is safe. I feel empowered. I feel validated. I feel listened to, seen. And because of all that, then I can be vulnerable and peel back the layers of my Teflon, if you will, and begin my process of healing. When I'm in those groups, I feel a sense of connection to my community and my heritage, because I'm surrounded around folks that really understand my experience. So that's why I say Safe Black Space is a sanctuary, because it's a place of healing. And I remember after my first Safe Black Space, I remember thinking to myself, I didn't realize that I needed healing. And the group allowed me a safe zone to process my feelings and process the trauma, the generational trauma that I didn't even realize that was as the core of what was necessary for my healing. So validation, connection, and emotional support is what I have personally experienced by being in those healing circles. think I have a very unique view. My perspective comes from three different angles. Um, as a project director for a community-based organization, one of my responsibilities is to coordinate training for the community. And I have experience working with Safe Black Space for over 5 years. And during that time, it has been one of the most requested trainings, and I plan these trainings every single year. And the feedback is consistent from our participants. People express how coming to the healing circles have changed their lives. They felt that they were connected to community, to their history. And because they were connected to community, they began to feel that sense of hope and tap into resiliency and tap into the support of the community. So as a project director, this is one of my most successful classes that we offer to the community, and most requested classes as well. On the second part is that I am a Safe Black Space facilitator. And so now, being on the other side, where I'm sharing knowledge with the community, I have personally witnessed the shift in individuals during the healing circles. They come in one way, and then we share information, we have experiences, and in that process, I watched right before my very eyes healing unfold. And then people tell me afterwards, that they feel better because they came into this community space. So that is really beautiful to witness. And then the third part is that I am a recipient of the services of Safe Black Space. I sit in a position where I actually, reciprocity. It was all that I have given into the container has given back to me. And what that did for me, it validated my journey and my life struggles. I was a Katoa Kwanzaa recipient, and so I felt validated for my journey and my life struggles. And someone saw me, and not only did they see me, but they said, "Sister, take a breath. We see you, we support you." And I was able to share my path to resilience and share that with others. And in that process, I received resources. Think of that. I'm always giving to the community, and to be on the receiving end felt so good that I got supported. It was supported with food and money and spiritual and culturally relevant gifts. That was the big part for me, is that whatever was given was so intentional and so well thought out and so connected into Sankofa, going back and building a future for ourselves. And so what that did for me is planted a seed. And the seed that it planted for me that I want to grow and nurture is I want to do the same thing for somebody else in the community, because it is a reciprocal universe. And so I received, and I'm so motivated to have that experience and shared with someone else. So that's kind of my experience with Safe Black Space. Well, I just think my vision is that more people can get some of this stuff, this rich stuff that's going on in this safe container, and that more people can tap into their healing process. All I know is we get them in the door and the shift happens. And so I am just excited about what's next for Safe Black Space.